And the moment you realize you're not in retail, you're in risk management. And this is the mental shift that changes everything. If I lost my riskiest category tomorrow, would my store survive? Hustlers decide fast, and owners decide intentionally. Every decision should pass through 3 filters.
You're listening to Street Smarts with Chad Wade. Real talk for real shop owners.
All right, guys, the hustle era is over. Let's start with a real hard truth. The smoke shop industry was built on hustle. Hey, it grew on hustle. And for a while, that worked. You know, we was fast buying, fast selling, fast trends, fast loopholes, fast money. But in the next era, which is kind of what we're rolling into, hustle will get you killed because hustle reacts, and reaction is expensive, especially in regulated environments. Hey, so this episode is about the shift that has to happen now from hustler to owner. Not just owning a store, owning control. Control of the inventory, of exposure, of your staff, of customer flow, your stress levels, and your future. You don't control the game will control you. Let's dig into it. So, there's a difference between a hustler and an owner. Hey, this distinction matters more than ever. A hustler, well, they chase what's hot. They react to news. They follow vendors around. They're copying their competitors. They're way overstocked on trends. And they're totally running on adrenaline. I mean, their lives are in urgency. Most of them are operating emotionally. In contrast, an owner, he builds systems. She reduces that exposure. They control the cash flow. They choose categories with intentionality. They're training staff consistently. They think in quarters and years. They're making very calm decisions, and they play both sides, defense and offense. The intoxicating hemp era rewarded hustlers. All right, that's a fact. The enforcement era rewards owners. And that's the real shift. Why control is the most important currency right now. Most owners think money is the biggest issue right now. Hey, y'all, it's not. Control is. When you lack control, everything feels urgent. Inventory decisions, vendor pressure, staff issues, enforcement fears, cash flow swings. When you have control, urgency drops. Let me tell you what control looks like. You know your numbers. You understand the category risks. You have backup revenue. You're being able to remove a SKU without major panic. Staff that follows the process that you set. Customers that trust you. You control the calm. Calm creates clarity. Clarity creates profit. The stores that are struggling all share one thing. And they're not bad stores. They're not totally lazy owners. They're definitely not stupid. They're overreactive. They're stuck in, what just happened? What do we do now? Did you see this? Everyone's switching to this. Hey, we can't miss out. That mindset drains energy and money. And strong owners, they're not faster. They're just steadier. And the moment you realize you're not in retail, you're in risk management. And this is the mental shift that changes everything. You're no longer just selling products and stocking shelves and ringing the register. You're managing your regulatory risk, your inventory risks, the staff risk, customer trust risk, your reputation risk, lease risk, cash flow risk. Man, retail is the vehicle. Risk management is the job. Once you accept that, your decisions get smarter faster. Hey, let me tell you why the next winners will look boring, and that's a good thing. The next generation of winning smoke shops will not look wild. They're going to look clean, calm, organized, intentional, professional, predictable, boring to outsiders, but comforting to the customer, uninteresting to regulators. Guys, chaos draws attention. Order deflects it. That's power. Real power. Control starts with inventory discipline. Now let's get concrete. If your inventory controls you, you're not the owner. You're a warehouse. Control looks like smaller, smarter orders, faster turns, fewer SKUs, much fewer, stronger vendors, categories with purpose, a huge willingness to say no. Hustlers are stocking deep in those SKUs. Owners are just stocking smart. Hey guys, control continues with staff systems. Staff chaos will destroy your control. If staff says different things, rules are changing daily, training is informal, enforcement responses are improvised, guys, you don't have a business. You have a liability. Owners build standard language and clear rules and calm expectations, repeatable behavior, not micromanagement. Consistency. Guys, control shows up in how you handle fear. Guys, fear is contagious. When owners panic, man, the staff does too. Customers sense it. Decisions get sloppy. Mistakes multiply. But hey, on the other hand, owners who control fear, well, they slow down. They gather the facts. They make one move at a time and they communicate clearly. They just stay boring. Fear-driven stores, they're going to collapse quietly. The quiet advantage you probably don't realize you have. Here's something most shop owners underestimate. You already survived COVID, supply chain chaos, all that damn banking problems, payment processor bullshit shutdowns, cannabinoid whiplash, pricing wars with the neighbor down the street. Hey, you're still here. That means you're capable of operating under pressure. Now it's time to operate with intention, not adrenaline. Why this era favors experienced owners. New entrants they're gonna struggle. Why? Because this era rewards judgment, restraint, pattern recognition, patience, emotional control. Hey, experience matters again. If you've been in this industry 5+ years, you have an edge. If you stop trying to play like it's still 2021, especially the real power move, this is a good one, right? This is a good one. Your real power move. Building optionality. And optionality means you ain't trapped. You're not desperate or cornered. I mean, it looks like multiple revenue pillars, clean books, a stable ass staff, your predictable cash flow, the ability to pivot calmly, and the ability to sell and get rid of all this if you choose. Having optionality and options for that matter, that's freedom. And freedom is the real goal, not to hustle. All right, guys, so how owners move from reaction to control. Let's make this real practical. Moving from hustler to owner doesn't happen because you decide it does. It happens because you change how you operate day to day. Owners don't eliminate problems, well, they contain them. And containment is the real control. Here's how real control shows up in a smoke shop, okay? Control starts with decision filters. Hustlers decide fast, and owners decide intentionally. Every decision should pass through 3 filters. All right, you ready? Does this increase or reduce our exposure? Does this simplify or complicate our business? Does this make me more dependent or more flexible? If any move increases exposure or complexity, or dependence, it doesn't matter how exciting it sounds. It's a no. That filter alone eliminates 80% of all bad decisions. So owners don't chase. They honestly just position. Hustlers are chasing what's hot. Owners position for what's inevitable. Right now, what's inevitable, it's honestly tightening enforcement. It's going to be a lot of fewer loopholes, slower trend cycles, probably more educated customers because they got the old Google phone at all times, higher scrutiny at retail. Now, owners will ask, where will my store still make money after the noise clears? Well, that question leads you to, accessories and glass and all the botanicals, the mushroom products, some CBD products, a lot of experience-driven retail, not hype, not urgency, definitely not panic. It's going to be more positioning. Now, control means your store can lose a category and keep functioning. This is the real test of ownership. Ask yourself honestly, don't bullshit yourself. That's the only person that matters. If I lost my riskiest category tomorrow, would my store survive? Now, be honest with yourself. If the answer is no, you don't have control yet. Owners build stores that can absorb shock. No single category dominates. It don't. No vendor controls them. No SKU holds them hostage. Shock resistance equals control. Owners run stores that can be explained very simply. Here's something subtle, but it's powerful. If you can't explain your store very simply, you don't fully control it. Strong owners can say, we're a ritual accessory driven store. Shop with wellness and culture at the core. Weak owners will say, we sell a little bit of everything. Simplicity isn't limiting, it's clarifying. And clarity is confidence, y'all. So, control shows up in how you talk to your staff, in all honesty. Owners don't vent to staff. They don't speculate or dump stress, downhill. They communicate clearly, calmly, consistently. And honestly, the staff should feel guided, not confused, protected, not panicked, aligned, definitely not guessing. A calm owner creates a calm store. A frantic owner creates turnover, mistakes, and risk. The owner class within this builds systems, not heroics. Hustlers save the day every single time. Owners remove the need to. If your store only works when you're there, you don't own a business. You own a job with overhead. Look, y'all, control looks like, written processes, repeatable routines, predictable ordering, clear staff roles, defined rules, not complicated systems, just consistent ones. Control is emotional. It's an emotional discipline. This is the part no one talks about, y'all. None. Markets punish emotional operators. Fear leads to overbuying, underpricing, bad partnerships, rush decisions, complete burnout. Owners regulate their own emotions first. They don't ignore risk. They refuse to be ruled by it. That's maturity. So what's the big difference between surviving and owning? You ever ask yourself that? Survivors will ask, how do I get through this shit? Owners will ask, how do I come out stronger? And honestly, y'all, that shift changes everything. Instead of asking, what's the next product? Maybe you ask, what's the next layer of stability? Instead of asking, how do I replace this revenue? Maybe you ask, how do I make revenue less fragile? That's ownership thinking, y'all. So this era is going to create a true owner class. Every industry goes through this moment. Every industry. The moment where easy money disappears, discipline returns, structure matters, and experience counts. That's when the owner class emerges. Not these damn influencers, not hustlers, not trend chasers, owners. If you can operate calmly right now, you'll dominate when the dust settles. All right, everybody, let me wrap this thing up for everybody, and let me get this for you. All right, if you feel pressure right now, that's not failure, that's transition. But how you respond determines everything. You can react, chase, stress, gamble, or you can simplify, stabilize, control, position. The next era of smoke shops will not be won by the loudest operators like they were in the past. It'll be won by the calmest ones. All right, everybody, this has been Chad Wade TV, real talk for real shop owners. This episode hit home. It's because you're ready to stop hustling and start owning. For tools and systems, right up here, built for long-term operators, visit chadwadetv.com. And if you need some inventory for your store, unswholesale.com. So until next time, control the game. Don't let it control you.